What's up, T-Table TV? I'm your host, Lanisha, and right here on the Rise to Fame, we have Chris Harris, which is a drummer that is playing in Houston for one of the hottest band right now. So let's get into some things and learn more on how he became on the Rise to Fame. Is it all right if I call you Chris, or do you go by something else?
Call me Chris.
All right, Chris.
All day.
All right. Chris, how old are you? And, what's your zodiac sign in case someone thinks you look mighty handsome and want to know if they're compatible right now?
Well, my age is 31. My zodiac sign is Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius.
I don't get along with the
February
Aquarius.
17th.
Nah, I can't do the Aquarius, though. But, man, you don't even look like you're 31, man.
That's a good thing.
You look hella young right now.
Eat that broccoli.
Eat your broccoli. Check it. So when did you start playing drums, and what made you fall in love to continue to play it now that you're 31?
I started playing drums at probably about the age of 5 or 6. And what made me, I don't know, I just remember being at my grandparents' church, and they didn't have drums, and some guest church came and they brought some drums, and I was like, shit, I think I want to do that. And that's how it all started.
Where are you playing, or who do you play for now?
Currently, I'm playing for a band called Positive Disturbance. They're almost like a hip hop with a mix of rock. And I do local gigs around town at different clubs or for events that may need bands. I also get bands together. And so that's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
It's safe to say that, being a drummer is your life now. This is a full-time job.
Right, yeah, this is what I do.
So you started from the bottom to the church. Now, shout out to the churches.
Shout out to the churches.
Shout out to the churches, okay? Because most of the top people came from the church back in the day.
Right.
But you branched out now to the point where you can be full-time as a drummer.
Right, exactly.
Okay, that's what's up. So as a drummer at 31, you said you started at a very young age. How often do you practice, and what are some of the regimens that you do to build your craft?
For the most part, I try to practice every day. And what I mean by practicing, it may be sitting on my drum set, practicing grooves or practicing different patterns, or it could be, if it's a day where I don't play the drums, I may get my drum pad out and just practice on different rudiments just to keep my hands up and keep my wrists strong and up to part. So that's pretty much my practice routine.
Now, what kind of genre do you like to play? Like, are you versatile, or do you stick to a certain one?
Well, the different genres. Shout out to Mika. I tried to get that right. No, the different styles of music I play. Yeah, I started in church, and then as I got older, I tapped into different styles of music, hip-hop, jazz, R&B. I really like a lot of hip-hop stuff because I'm really big on grooves and just different feels and stuff like that. So that's pretty much where my lane is.
When it comes to playing the drums, is hip-hop harder to play, or what's the genre that's the hardest to play while you're on your drum set? I would think hip hop, because producers make this stuff on instrument, on those little things these days where their fingers play. So how do you make something that somebody plays on the fingers on, like maybe the computer? How are you able to switch that back to your drum set?
At that point, that's pretty much where your ear and your memory comes in at, because like you say, everything is programmed now and loop, so every beat stays the same, and with that beat staying the same, there's a steady pattern that stays with it. So whatever that bass drum pattern may be, that's what I got to memorize, because playing hip hop, you want to make sure that song feels the way it's supposed to feel.
Right. Like, I love hearing live music now, because back in the day, it was about the DJ and the rapper, but now we're going from rappers with live bands. So I appreciate the fact that a drummer like you take the time out to, what we hear on the radio or whatever, we can still get that same groove and feel to it while we're live. I like that. So what is your advice to the drummers that want to start branching out from, like, maybe the church and play in the studios or get on CDs and play for bands?
My advice would be, first of all, to find yourself. Find out who you are. That's one thing I had to do because people would tell you, nah, you make sure you play for God and make sure you stay in the church. But God, your gift can go outside the four walls of
Yeah.
church,
Yeah.
and you can still keep God or whatever you believe in, you can still keep that in your heart, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But for the most part, practice different styles of music, learn what it means to play it, keep your ears open to everything that's relevant as far as music, you know, practice hard. That's the main thing, to practice, because you're only gonna you're gonna get whatever you put in. So whatever it is, whatever style, if you're going for one style, if you're going for all styles, make sure you practice that and make sure you really dig in and study it and find out everything you can about whatever you want to play or however you want to play it. My biggest thing is to find yourself and be yourself and know who you are, and that will open the door to everything else.
When you find yourself, then you can be yourself, and that's when your talent can pretty much make room for itself, right?
Exactly.
Right. Okay. So now that you're 31, you're on the path that you've been following for a long time now as a drummer. What is the legacy that you would like to leave as a drummer in this field?
The legacy I want to leave is to just really, even besides music, to have an open mind. And like I said before, to just be yourself and know that you don't have to stay in one lane when it comes to doing whatever you want to do. This is a world, it's a universe, and you can tap into so many things and everything that you want to do. So my legacy, what I want to leave behind, is just being who you are and experiencing everything on every level and building yourself, building yourself as a person and just being free to the world, and just being open as a musician, as a photographer, as a blogger, whatever it is that you do, just be open to it and never let nobody hold you back. That's the legacy I want to leave. So, it goes deeper than music,
Yeah, it goes as into a person. Like whatever you really believe, follow it. Like no matter what, follow it.
Don't worry about what nobody say. Do you.
Right, yeah, I agree with that. Now that we've gotten all this wonderful information about you, the people that are watching right now, what can you tell them to if they want to book you? Because, I mean, have you done weddings before? You do concerts? Do you do bookings like club events where you can play live at? What do you do that people that are watching right now, if they want to get in contact with you, where can they go?
I do weddings, I do concerts, I do, not to sound arrogant, but musically anything you may need,
So studio work,
CD.
If you're a rapper that want to have a live sound.
Yeah, if you want the drummer, I play with DJs, I play with bands, I play for special events, whatever it may be. You can reach me. My email is Ravon Chris, Ravon as in RIVON, Chris, CHRIS, @yahoo.com. Or you can reach me on my Instagram, which is being developed right now. It's Chris spelled backwards, SIRHC _ through THRU my eyes.
So Mr. RISHC, thank you, Chris. Thank you for participating. Thank you for giving your On the Rise to Fame. Shout out to him. Shout out to you for watching. Stay tuned for more on Spill the Tea, Tea Table TV. I'm Glanisha. Peace.